The Boys, season 4, episode 7. Where do we want to start?
So that we were introduced to the shapeshifter in this episode, which I think big picture was part of Sage's plan, was that we get introduced to the shapeshifter here by the boys finding out about the existence of the shapeshifter. I love and I was completely horrified at their version of a shapeshifter. You know, in other movies and other genres or whatever, when you see a shapeshifter, you know, they might morph or it. They all have a different way of doing it, but like the tearing off of the skin.
Yeah, this is the most horrifying by far.
Yeah, like that was a very original take on a shapeshifter
Yeah.
because it felt like gore for the sake of gore until you saw that there was like that lady that he had touched was underneath it. Then it was like, okay, okay, all right, that kind of justifies the gore, but wow, that's a lot. That's a lot
Yeah.
to go through every time you want to take another personality.
Can you remind me like what Sage's plan is at this point? They're gonna take the president out, put Newman instead, and then what? And then she's gonna be in Vought's pocket, or she's gonna be in Homelander's pocket, and then Homelander's gonna like rule and then put all his dissenters into prisons. Is that like, do I have that right?
That's the gist of it. That's the gist of it. We'll see if it changes, but that's the
Right.
gist of it. At least that's Homelander's understanding of the plan. With Sage, I don't think you can say anything ever definitively with her.
Yeah. Do you think she's still like in control? I mean, I don't think she's 100% in control, but do you think she's gonna like recover from all of this? I mean, I'm surprised Homelander didn't kill her.
I think she has accounted for all of this.
Okay.
I believe that even when things go off track, like her getting shot in the head, and being a baby for a little bit there, I think she was able to recalibrate and change her plan, adapt on the fly. I think that after that happened, after she got shot and kind of embarrassed them in front of all those people and Newman had to bail them out, I think right then and there she was creating a new plan.
Okay.
So I do think that I think she's still in control, but at the end of the day, I mean, brains will only get you so far, but her brain isn't going to stop a laser from her getting chopped in half.
Yeah. Well, also it'll be interesting to see now because she has no allegiance to him anymore. She doesn't work for him anymore. It'll be interesting to see how she goes rogue next episode.
I think her leaving, because remember when she left, when he fired her, she said, "Without me, there's one person you can't be." And then she left her notebook.
Yeah, what was
Now, I mean, there's theories out there that the Maeve was on the cover of the notebook, and people think maybe that's what
right?
she was talking about. I think that Maeve being on the cover is probably a coincidence, but I 100% believe that Homelander is going to go through that notebook and go through those notes, or have somebody go through the notes. And I bet you anything she has false information or information in there will make Homelander. You know what I'm saying? Like she's probably left something in there, like some clues or something. He'll pick up on these things, think that this is what he needs to be doing the next part of the plan, but they're actually, like false intelligence. Like they're intentionally planted there to fuck him up. The,
Okay,
the same
interesting.
way that she was letting A Train be the leak because A Train was giving the information to the enemy, the information she wanted them to have.
Well, that's what she said. I don't think that was her actual plan.
I think she
Do
knew
you?
that he was the leak. I think she knew he was the leak for a long time, and she was letting him get. I believe her.
No, I mean, I knew she was the leak, but I thought she was like trying to like I thought she was running some other scheme with A Train. Like she wanted him on her side, so that's why she wasn't ratting him out or something.
Right, but he was feeding them the information that was keeping them busy. They were dealing with stuff that wasn't what dealing with the actual plan. Little cloak
I
and
mean,
dagger stuff.
what information?
So when she gave him the information about the shapeshifter, right? She knew A Train was going to follow. She knew A Train was going to see her, pass that on to Mother's Milk. And she already knows they're in cahoots because they were at the party. So she gives him that info. And by doing that, the shapeshifter is able to take Starlight and assume her.
I see.
So she needed them to have that information so that she can make this thing happen that she's trying to make happen. The shooter being the shapeshifter taking Starlight's form, and she'll be able to get as close as anybody to the person.
Okay, awesome. I missed that.
See, you're welcome to the person that says I have an IQ of 30.
Who says you have an IQ of 30? I would never say that to you.
Oh no, the dude in the comments that one time.
You showed him.
Shout out to my haters.
You're one hater.
So that's Sage's plan. I think her not being there, Homelander is gonna take whatever information he has, and he's going to. I believe he's gonna deviate from her plan to an extent, or try to make because he wants to make it better. She's smart, but she's not smarter than me. I'm gonna do this thing instead.
Right.
And I think just the fact of her leaving the Notebook, which the Notebook might have the plan exactly as is, but she knows that his ego won't let him follow her plan.
Right.
So leave the step by step. This is what you do so that he does the opposite of it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, fascinating. He's still gonna kill her though, even though like it's not gonna be her fault, really, that he's not taking her advice and that he fired her and that he's gonna fuck it up somehow. Like he's still gonna kill her. He's still gonna blame her for it and kill her.
I don't know if he's going to kill her. I'm starting to feel like Sister Sage is going to be here for a minute. I might eat my words after the next episode, but I feel like she's going to be.
I'm not saying next episode, but I think she has it coming.
I mean,
I think like
next episode is the
I think
finale, so
I know, but I mean like maybe next season.
okay. So you got to live until next season.
I think everyone in the seven is like I kind of feel like they're all gonna die.
Like I don't think A Train makes it to season 5. I think we're saying goodbye to A Train in episode 8.
Yeah, and I mean the Deep, like there's no way they're gonna let Deep survive.
Deep's got to
Like
go.
for
Deep
what?
is such a
He has no
trash.
future. Yeah. So I mean, there's A Train, there's Deep. Black Noir is already dead. Black Noir 2 will probably go fight. Yeah, Fake Noir. Um, who else is there? Maeve is already gone. Steel is gone.
Firecracker.
Oh yeah, Fire. Yeah, he's gonna kill her. Are you kidding?
He's gonna find a way to preserve her tits so he can get breast milk out of them, but the rest of
Yeah.
her will be dead.
Yeah, absolutely. How did you feel about her like being horrified when he rips Web Weaver in half? I was like, what did you think was gonna happen, sweetheart?
Hey,
She's not.
I think that she didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah, but it's not gonna change her. Like she's just gonna stay compliant to him until he kills her.
I feel like she was mortified in that moment. I believe she was completely horrified by seeing somebody being ripped apart in front of her. But I also feel like after watching it 2 or 3 more times, she's not going to care anymore. She'll be numb to it. She might even
Yeah.
be into it.
Oh.
I think it took her by surprise this first time, but
Yeah.
that she knows that this is how we play. I mean, even if he's sucking your titties for the milk, like to know that he can just rip somebody in half like that, to know that that's who you're fucking with, like you got to now walk a very tight rope because I don't want to be ripped in half like a piece of paper.
Well,
So,
I guess the only thing is like I don't think she's gonna be into it. I think like Stormfront was into it, but Stormfront was also like an equal to Homelander, so she didn't really have anything to fear from him. But like Firecracker is very much not an equal to Homelander, so I think she's just gonna be terrified the whole time.
I think she's a crazy chick. She seems like one of those trailer park psycho-religious Appalachian mountain people.
But she also like has a justification for like all the stuff she says. She's like, "Oh, I'm giving them a purpose." Like in her mind, she's doing a good thing, or at least she can justify it to herself in that way. Um, so I mean, she can't justify this, like ripping someone. I mean, she can, but it's really gonna mess her up.
I think she's too dumb to be messed up.
Yeah.
She is going to be a loyal servant and a lapdog and do whatever he says.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And partially because that's what she wants, but also because now I don't want to be torn in half.
Right.
So
Right.
through fear, I'm going to be even more loyal and servant to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe she didn't see that coming. She really is that dumb.
Yeah. You didn't think this motherfucker was gonna get ripped? What did you think he was gonna do? He's gonna punch him in the face? This isn't a this isn't a parking lot brawl at your high school, sweetheart. Like, what are we talking about? This is Homelander. He's not just gonna fight a guy and rough him up, teach him a lesson. No, he's gonna rip this dude's spine out like Scorpion.
I feel like she really thought he was going to let him go or something. It
You
was
think that he?
wild.
Oh well, you're giving her far less credit than me. There's no way. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't walking. But I mean, she probably thought
I
he was
was
gonna be
like,
locked up or something.
yeah, that's bonkers.
Put him in the
Anyway,
room next to the Godolkin kids. Did I say that right? Is it Godolkin?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Put him with the Godalton. Oh yeah, put him in the woods. I
No,
mean
no, no,
that's.
no. The Godolkin Four. They're in the Vought Tower.
Oh, oh
They're
yeah, yeah,
they're in
yeah.
a cell in the Vought Tower somewhere. Like put Web Weaver in a cell next to them.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
They're in
That's funny.
prison there. Like that he was probably currently in a cell next to those kids when he
You
got
know what?
ripped
You're
in half.
right. That's probably what Firecracker thought he was gonna do to him.
Yeah,
Um,
you got these kids sitting here. You're just gonna leave them in one of these things too. It serves him right for being a weirdo.
right,
He
right.
voted for Bernie. Like fucking put him in a cell.
Yeah, Homelander. I guess let's move on to Homelander. Uh, what do you think? I mean, he's watching all of his allies betray him, or at least in his mind betray him one by one. So first A Train, obviously, I mean, he's devastated by A Train's betrayal. For some reason, he thought he was they were cooler than they were. And then yeah, watching his like son speak out against him at the end.
I think I feel like Homelander has like a constant buzzing. I don't know if you've ever been like so overstimulated or like so overwhelmed with things that it just feels like your head is buzzing and things are swirling around, trying to figure out what
Mhm.
am I doing. I feel like Homelander is in that state right now, where he's not necessarily being rational. He's got a thousand thoughts going through his head, and when all of those thoughts stop swirling and buzzing around in his head, and it finally gets quiet, that dude is going to erupt in a very violent way. And this is that. This is the buzzing. This is the tension is building inside of him. This dude is on edge. And I mean, if they don't get that, if they, I don't think they're going to get, they're not injecting him in the season finale because I don't even know how they're even going to come up with the virus out of the leg in that short amount of time. If they have the virus at all in episode 8, it's like how the fuck did you get the virus out so fast and then get it weaponized so fast? Like that took Shaw fucking weeks, months to do. You and Frenchie does it in a day.
I
Like
mean, they have it in the leg, so all they have to do is pull it out of the leg and put it in him, right? All they have to do is take a needle, stick it in, pull it out, and then stick it in him somehow, right? I would think.
I thought that they would have to extract the virus from the leg and like separate it from her, but I guess that's how that works though. I guess if the virus is in the blood, then the virus is in the blood and you just inject it, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Huh.
if he gets some other disease from them injecting blood into him, that's all the better, right? So,
But like Kimiko's blood is mixed in there too. So and her blood is, oh wait, but her blood is no longer soup because the virus. Huh. Interesting.
right.
Interesting. Okay, well then, all right, I guess they can do that because I thought it was just going to take them a long time to synthesize this virus and be able to have it ready to use. Um,
I
home,
think you're
home,
right. There's definitely a attempted stabbing, like an attempted needle stabbing next episode.
um, Homelander's about like he's already unhinged, and it's just how much wrath are we gonna see? This is the season finale, so Homelander is like Derek Jeter in season finales. This motherfucker is clutch. He's consistent. It's consistent every season. In the season finale, Homelander's gonna do some shit. He's gonna fight. He's gonna mess something up. He's going to change the story. I expect that. Whether the plan goes accordingly or not, Homelander is about to become completely unhinged.
Well, yeah, so we'll see. I mean, at this point, Starlight, I mean, the soup disguises Starlight is gonna go attempt to kill Robert Singer. Um, and then I guess like if that plan goes off the rails, that's when you'll start to see his wrath. That's when he's gonna start lashing out.
I am almost expecting it to go off the rails now.
Oh yeah, 100% it's gonna go off the rails.
Well, because Sage isn't there no more. And the shapeshifter was Sage's guy. So
Right.
what's
Yeah,
stopping Sage from
exactly.
saying, "Hey, don't do it. Let's mess this up." You know what I'm saying? Like, what's stopping her from saying, "Hey, change of plans. We're gonna do it this way."
Yeah, that's possible. To what end though? What is Sage gonna get out of it besides what is Sage gonna get out of it besides revenge?
Well, she's always wanted to be recognized as the smartest person in the world.
Oh, okay. So you think she's gonna do it like she's not gonna do it behind the scenes? She's gonna like come out in the front?
Yeah, I think once the plan has come, her plan has come to fruition. By the time it's done, I'm expecting Sage to have an answer to anything Homelander can do to her physically.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a
Oh,
suit, but maybe like a type of an armor that reflects or that he can't penetrate.
right.
You
Okay.
know, I'm not saying she's going Tony Stark, but like some type of force field or something that she's created to where he can't kill her.
Yeah.
And at which point he's just gonna like she when she gets to that level, then yes, she will step out in front, but she's not gonna step out in front until she's gotten that T crossed and that I dotted.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So looking forward to whatever temper tantrums Homelander is gonna throw next
It's gonna
episode.
be a massive one. Can we just talk about why did the shapeshifter have to fuck Huey like that? Like, did
Uh
they have to do that? Did the shapeshifter have to put my man to sleep?
uh
That's next level wicked to me.
I mean, would you prefer that the shapeshifter kicks his ass? Is
No,
that
I would prefer that the shapeshifter just laid there in bed and they went to sleep and then she got up and took the stuff. The
yeah,
shapeshifter didn't have to put on Starlight's uniform
that's
and be
not as
like, I
provocative.
bet you've always wanted to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not as provocative though.
It's like ew. Like what do you I bet you
I
always
know.
wanted to do it. And then I was like, come on, you didn't have to do Huey like that. Why you do him like that?
Yeah, the shapeshifter is a little perv. It'll be interesting to see what he actually like what the shapeshifter actually looks like. Because remember there was a shapeshifter in season one, and like he would temporarily turn into whoever, but then he would also come back to his original form. It would be
Right.
interesting to see what the shapeshifter actually looks like,
Well,
or if
see,
they even have an original form, or if they tore that off. And yeah, it's interesting.
right, because that shapeshifter wasn't like this one. That shapeshifter didn't have to shed the flesh of,
Yeah,
they just shifted to another shape. So whatever this soup is, it's very different because there's no way of that you're going to be able to shapeshift in front of somebody tearing off chunks of flesh and they don't notice.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Very curious. I want to know more about this shapeshifter. I don't need to see it shapeshift anymore because I know now we know what you have to do. Got it. I don't need to ever see you pull chunks of
Yeah,
flesh. I don't need to see you do it ever again. Um,
yeah. But they're not going to explain the shapeshifter to us. They're just going to like give Frenchie more airtime for his bullshit.
shut up. Shut up. Shut
Uh,
up.
all right. Who's next? A Train.
A
A Train
train.
had a good episode.
Yeah, man. Last time we were talking, I, said I wasn't really buying the whole redemptive arc that he was going for, but
Yeah.
then he brought it back himself. I saved your life, and there's a little boy looking at me, and I felt good, and I want to feel good again. And as soon as he said that, I was like, "You're dead. You're freaking dead,
Yeah.
A Train."
Yeah. You
As
are.
soon as you want to go good, every time somebody tries to go clean, they end up offed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting if he doesn't die. I mean, what if he just goes off the grid and that's it? We never really see him again. It's possible. I mean, that's what Maeve did.
Maeve doesn't have powers anymore, so that's
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
she's out. She's out the game. So that yeah, she can be gone, but I don't think Homelander lets A Train walk this earth and breathe this air.
So you think Homelander's gonna like go search the entire world to try to find A-Train
Absolutely.
by next episode? Because he's got a lot going on.
No, no, no. What's gonna happen is A Train now has moral compass or whatever. He took the chip out. Nobody knows where he's at. He's gonna make an appearance. He's gonna come and try to be a hero and try to save somebody. And he'll probably save that person, but he's gonna lose his life in the process.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine.
He's gonna be running by and Homelander's just gonna stick his arm out and pull out his heart while he's running.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, watching him and Starlight beat kick the Deep and Blackmore's ass was a good time.
Fake noir.
Yeah, fake Noir's ass. That was a good time.
That was a good time. He came in with a nice little shoulder block, looking like a Spartan warrior. The way he pounced and pow, hit him with the pop, hit a little pose action. I said, like, all right, A-Train, I see you posing on him.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, Starlight just like knocking like beating the shit out of the Deep. It was so much fun.
I needed her to end him. I needed her to
Yeah,
finish the job. Like she's hitting him in the head with a plate, a 25, 50 pound weight plate. I needed her
yeah.
to finish the job though. I was like, come on, girl, let's like fight fire with fire.
Yeah, I agree with Butcher in that moment. I was like, dude, just do it. What good is going to come out of leaving him, keeping him alive? But no one wants to be. I guess no one wants to be. No one wants to cross that line.
Yeah, this isn't House of Dragons. No, they're not just out here arbitrarily killing people.
Yeah, yeah. They. I mean, arguably they should be, but yeah, you're right.
And if anybody needs to be arbitrarily killed, it's the Deep. He's probably the biggest piece of shit. Next to home, no, 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 no. Even more than Homelander.
Right.
Oh, all right. What were we
Okay.
talking about? Yes, we were talking about Homelander
Homeland.
doing bad things. The Deep killed his wife.
Yeah, the Deep. Oh my gosh. R.I.P. Ambrosius.
But
You didn't deserve that.
I could have done without this. Just so you know, like what's going on at the Deep's house is reaching Frenchie levels from.
Really? I love this. I feel like this is so compelling. Because he's just like I mean just watching his character just kind of waver, like he was a slimy POS like first season and then he's like I don't know, kind of wandering around trying to redeem himself, like goes on this PR campaign, like screws that up. And then like I feel like this is rock bottom for him and you love to see it. I mean, I hate it. I hate it for Ambrosia. She didn't deserve that. I kind of feel like, dude, just put her back in the water. Why? Why? But he was a POS. Once a POS, always a POS. I love this character arc for him.
I, man, no, I can't. I don't know. It's just, yeah. That's how I feel about the Deep at home.
Yeah, you're supposed to feel that way about him though, because he's a disgusting man.
Facts. That is very true. I don't know. I just don't find it. It's not as compelling to me. What's going on with him? It's not as bad as Frenchie, but as far as like things taking up screen time, like that's just below Frenchie for me. Like I don't need to see this much of Deep in his octopus.
Oh, I do. The Deep the Deep is fun. He's just like such a like he's a horrible, horrible person, but like he's like goofy at the same time and he's so dumb. It's a pleasure to watch. I can't explain
He has this
it.
Sean William Scott thing about him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just completely irredeemable. And you just love to hate him. Yeah, I'm enjoying this arc.
He's
Yeah,
Stifler. He is the seventh Stifler.
exactly. He almost looks like Stifler too. So, yeah. It's a lot of fun. And even when he goes full evil, Homelander can't take him seriously. He's like, "I'll kill every fish in the ocean for you." Homelander's like, "All right, cool." That's supposed to like strike fear in someone's heart. And Homelander's just like, all right. Rolls his eyes.
He's like, calm down, fish
Yeah, let me
boy.
get away from this loser.
You know, after people know that you're banging octopus, like don't you can never expect to gain respect back. Like it's not
Right,
no, there is no respect for you no more.
right.
I'll kill every fish, whatever, octopus boy. You know, go, ew, you're disgusting. Don't touch
Yeah.
me. I want
Yeah,
the deep to die. I need the deep to die. I need uh fake noir to die just because I think it'd be fun.
Fake Noir needed to go to the circus. You won't like. I feel
That's
like
why he needs to
whenever,
die.
yeah, I feel like whenever a character has an out and they don't take it, it's a sign that they're gonna die.
Yeah, yeah. So he's got to go. A Train's gone, and honestly, I don't think Firecracker makes it to season 5.
You think she's gonna die already?
Yeah, collateral damage.
I mean, it took Madeline Stillwell a whole season for him to kill
I
her.
didn't say he was going to kill her.
Oh, you think someone's gonna kill her?
She's going to die.
Who's gonna kill her? How's she gonna
Either
die?
either her head's getting popped,
Mm-hmm.
or or Sage is going to do it. Of course, Sage isn't going to do it with her own hands. It'll be indirectly done by Sage, but yeah, either her head's getting popped or Sage is going to see to it that she dies. Especially the way that bitch was looking at her when Homelander undressed her and fired her. Yeah, bitch, you dead. Trust.
Why would her head get popped?
Newman?
Yeah, but why would Newman pop her head? Just because she's getting in the way? She's too influential or something?
Not too influential, but probably like she's in the wrong place at the wrong time, talking the wrong shit to the wrong person.
Okay.
She has a tendency to pop off and run her mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that'll. However it happens, I'll enjoy watching it.
Speaking of Newman,
Wait. Before we go into that, um, I just realized Cracker is in her name, and I think that's hilarious.
you're silly. You're very silly.
Yeah, because what's her name? Because Sage calls her Cracker at some point, which I thought was like wild. I didn't know you could say Cracker on TV. I mean, I'm saying it on this podcast right now.
I say it all the time.
But yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, crack is
Yeah.
dying. Uh, how do you think
There's too
Newman
much
is?
Cracker.
How do you think Newman is going to respond to finding out that Dr. Shaw is not dead? Like when he gets back to her, he escaped, so I assume he's going to find his way back to her.
You think she's gonna try to kill Butcher?
Well, no doubt, Butcher. Like, yeah, if she sees Butcher, that's on sight.
Yeah, but then maybe his tumor comes out and tries to defend him against her.
Hmm. I
Because
think
she's not just gonna kill him with that tumor. Like that tumor is a smoking gun, or whatever they call it, Chekhov's gun.
she's going to be very angry.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Yeah, of course she's going to be pissed. Uh, yeah, she's going to be very angry, but I don't know. Like, but like Butcher, she's not gonna go looking for Butcher. But
Yeah.
I think if she sees Butcher, then that's a wrap. But I also feel like she's the type of person who, uh, I mean, okay, like, all right, she saved Stan Edgar.
Yeah, she doesn't really hold grudges. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think that she does, like, on a very deep level, though, where she can go about her business and you not know that she's, very, very angry.
Yeah, because she like Butcher literally tried to shoot her in the head, and she still like doesn't really seem that pissed at him.
Right, but you cut off she cried tears for Dr. Shaw. She thought she
Yeah, that's
lost her
true.
man.
Yeah.
And you're the one that cut his leg off. You did this. So everybody associated with him is probably on site.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it is like when she finds him, like, is she going to take her vengeance out on all of the boys? Is she now going to reach a level of effort? Like, is she going to come out? Is she going to be forced to come out publicly as a suit.
Yeah, I feel like if she sees her man and she loses her cool, then she's gonna get herself in some pretty big
It's
trouble.
just a looming question I have going into episode 8.
Yeah.
She's not dying. We know that. But mentally, her mental state going into season 5 could be drastically different than it is right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'll be interesting to watch the her descent into
She's not the type of person that you want to have taking one of those trips.
exactly. Yeah.
Somebody with the ability to control the blood in your body.
I enjoy her being detached from her emotions though. Like I like her just being like a politician who just politics and like doesn't take anything personally. Like I
You don't
really
like her
don't.
you don't like her personal side, right? You just like her.
Yeah, just being like this badass like politician who just like pops people's heads when they get in the way and hey, it's nothing personal, it's just politics. Like to me that's fun and I'd like to see her just be that for the rest. But I know like I don't know. They're trying to make everyone deep. They're trying to give everyone a backstory. So fine if you have to, if you must.
That's how I feel about the deep at home. Yeah, I'd rather just see him around the office. I don't need to see the deep at home. I I I enjoy the layers of Newman. I
Yeah.
I I enjoy uh like you. I like that she's a cold, calculating politician bitch handling her business, popping heads. But I also
I
like that ha that she's also got that softer side that kind of helps influence her decisions and why she's doing what she's.
yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't need to know she had a man and I don't really care, but yeah, I mean, they have been planting the seeds. I mean, because her daughter was in last season, and she was trying to protect her daughter. So okay, she has a heart. They're trying to reinforce that for some reason. Take all the fun out of it. Whatever.
Man, let her feel her feelings.
Yeah,
What else we got?
yeah.
Um, Frenchie's back. How are we feeling about Frenchie?
Don't give a fuck.
You know what I did give a fuck about though was that little bit of a glimpse we got into Kimiko's past and like her backstory.
Yes, yes. Where yeah, she
How,
murders someone
how she lost
and
her voice was by killing all
yes,
those girls.
yeah, silent murderer.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes her so much more badass. I love her.
dude, she is low key like the Black Horse MVP of this season. Like she
Of
needed more
every
time. She needed so much more time though.
of every season.
She's awesome. She is awesome.
I want a spin-off of just her.
Yeah, Disney already made
What do you
it.
mean?
It was called Echo.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's a show that not as
Okay. The reference was lost on me.
it's okay.
But yeah, no, just like a whole thing with her and her brother and their backstory would have been dope.
Wait, her brother. She
Her
ran through
brother
her
was
brother in the street on season 1, right? He died.
no, no. Season 2, Stormfront kills him.
Was it season 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, her whole story and the story with that terrorist group, whatever it's called, right? I can't think of it right now. But that whole story, like that, I want more of that. Can we get more of that? Less of the deep at home. I'll even take less of Newman at home. Less of Butcher talking to himself. More of Chemical with a
Yeah.
knife chopping motherfuckers up.
Yes, please. Yes to all of that. And no Frenchie, no goddamn Frenchie.
He doesn't have to be
I
there.
swear, if they take him out of next season, no one's gonna notice. Because he's
We'll
got
notice.
nothing going on.
We'll notice. We'll notice. I don't
We'll
know if
laugh about it. We'll be happy.
we won't mind, but we'll notice.
Yeah, we'll notice, but yeah, we're not gonna cry about it.
I just need Frenchie to be the guy in the van. Like just be Tom Arnold in True Lies. You're just the guy in the van, and every now and then you say some funny stuff, and we all like you, and that's cool. That's all I need from
Well,
Frenchie.
the man in the lab, the guy in the lab, the like nerdy genius and like CSI
Yeah,
who like
the The guy that made
The-
the weapons for James Bond.
right, exactly. Just that. Yeah, just keep it there. We're good. It's enough.
100%. That's all I need from Frenchie at this point.
Especially with everything going on next season. Yeah, all the loose ends they have to tie up.
Right. Let's not keep creating loose ends for Frenchie's sake. Like we've got enough loose ends. We don't need to figure out why Frenchie feels bad about the dumb bad stuff he did. Probably because you did bad shit, Frenchie. That's why you feel bad.
Right.
Now live with it. Live with it or jump off a building. One or the other, Frenchie.
Right.
But I don't need all this, oh, Sacre Bleu, I feel so sad about all of the things that they do. Wee wee, poo poo. I don't need that. That's my French accent. I don't need that.
But also like we didn't get enough of like his gang backstory to like be invested in it. So it's like just let it go. Um yeah. Anyway, moving on. Mother's Milk had a crisis of conscience, wants to go to Belize.
So he's dead too.
I would go to Belize. No, I don't think they're gonna kill him.
Well, based on your own theory, every time a character has a chance to take it out and they don't, they die.
Um, yeah, but it's like I don't know. He's not taking the out because he wants to protect his family. I feel like they have to give him a good ending
Yep.
because like too much there's been too much trauma in his life and it's just going to be over the top tragic if he dies. I think Mother's Milk is going to end the series alive.
It's only over the top tragic for two people.
Who?
His wife and his daughter. Or maybe just the two people that listened last week. It's only tragic for two people.
But like no, I mean like tragic in the sense of like his grandfather got like destroyed by Vought and his whole family
Father.
got destroyed by Soldier Boy and for him to also go out that way, it's just like it's too much. There has to be like he has to be breaking the generational curse. That's the only way I see it going for him.
Well, then he should have went to Belize.
But there was still work that needed to be done, though.
Yeah.
Lander would have gone to Belize and destroyed his whole family, or like whoever. Someone would have gone to Belize and like used his family against him. So, um, I mean, I think he made the right call. I don't think he's gonna die.
I got my money on this brother not making it to the
All right, how much are you gonna bet? We'll Venmo
end. I got 5 on it.
5. Okay, all right. We'll see. We'll
Hold
see
on,
next
wait,
week.
wait,
Or we'll
wait.
see this Thursday.
What is your non-alcoholic drink of preference?
Non-alcoholic. Ginger beer.
All right. Then I will bet you a 6 pack of ginger beer.
Okay. All right. You're gonna order it to me on DoorDash since we don't live in the same state.
Well, I mean, we're going to see each other later this year. I was going to pay up then. But you can
Okay.
pay it up to me then.
Why does that have to be non-alc?
Oh, I mean, because I don't know. If you have an alcoholic beverage, I was just, damn, my bad. I didn't want to step on your goddamn drinking, Shawty. I was just, uh, yeah, I think Mother Milk is gone. I'm not saying season finale he's gone, but I'm saying he's not making it to the end of this story.
I think he is.
At the end of
I,
season 5, when this whole thing's over, he will be a casualty.
I think him, Huey, Starlight, and maybe Kimiko will survive.
Is Kimiko's leg gonna come back?
Yeah, it probably already grew back.
You sure?
Yeah, everything grows back with her.
I don't know, man. I'll tell you one
Everything
thing.
grows.
I didn't look at the TV during that scene. I just turned my head away. I didn't even look. I couldn't, after watching somebody pull their flesh off and throw it against the walls, I couldn't watch somebody get their leg chopped off.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I had to look away. But I mean, she tends to grow things back, so she should be fine.
Has she lost a limb before?
I mean, she's lost like everything at one point or another.
I thought like, when stuff gets broken, she can, heal, but I don't. I'm not saying she hasn't on screen regrown a limb. I'm just saying I can't remember her regrowing a limb.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, we'll see, but I'm betting on that she'll be fine.
Because if she only has one leg now, then she is 100% Echo.
But I mean, she's still like invincible. Like if you try to kill her, like she'll still not die. I mean, like if you try to break everything, like every other part of her body, like it's still like she'll still be fine.
Yeah,
Like she'll
Echo's
still
a
be.
badass too, with one leg.
I don't know about this fucking Echo show,
That's
dude.
fine.
Like
But I bet you some of the people listening to this watched Echo as well, and it was a chick that was kicking ass, and she had a fake leg.
okay, the two people who are gonna watch this did not watch Echo, I promise you.
I promise you they did. Let's drop Echoes in the chat.
The two viewers who watched this, please let us know. Did you see Echo or not? Maybe we'll, if we can figure out how to post a poll, we will.
That's the thumbnail. Did you see Echo? Yes or no? Watch this video.
Man, this is the worst episode we've done. This
It's
is the
not the
worst
worst
podcast.
episode. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We've hit all the points. Frenchie's back. Uh, you know what? When Frenchie came back, there's only one other topic we got to talk about. But when Frenchie came back, I thought about you because I was like, as soon as he came back, I was like, oh, I know SK is over there rolling eyes right now. As soon as he walked into the office, I was like, I know she's rolling eyes right now. Here comes this motherfucker. How did you
Man, fuck.
feel in that scene when he came back?
We don't even need to talk about it. I'm over it. We've already spent way too much time on Frenchie, just like the show.
Fair enough.
Huey banging the shapeshifter. Do we have any thoughts about that? So you mentioned before that your wife somehow could tell that that wasn't actually Starlight, which
Yeah,
is fascinating for me. I didn't catch that at all.
neither did I. I was just like, oh, to be honest with you, I was like, I don't need to see Huey and Starlight getting it on. Like that does nothing. I don't need to see this. And then she goes, that's
Yeah.
not Starlight. And I'm like, how you figure? She's like, that's not Starlight. And I was like, how do you figure? But then when she got off and she was walking out the room and you saw her blink and you could see that it wasn't the same eyes. And I was like, oh snap, that's the shapeshifter's eyes.
Right. Yeah.
So, but also when she came into the room, that thing happened with her eyes when she came into the room. And
Yeah.
I missed it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, when she walked in the room, I didn't see it. You didn't see it. But apparently some eagle-eyed people noticed, like my wife, the blink when she came in and said, that's not her.
But we should have also picked it up because she hated that uniform and then she just like randomly puts it on and like sleeps with him.
Right. That was
For
that
no
was a little
reason.
weird too. That whole scene didn't make sense. It was like it felt off. I was like, that's weird. You know.
It's also like it's also the raunchiest sex scene that they've ever had, the two of them. Like they've had like sex scenes in the past that have been kind of like, pretty quick, and not too graphic. This was by far the raunchiest, which I don't know how I feel about that.
It felt gross in the moment. I
Yeah.
remember feeling like, ew, like I don't need to see, what are y'all, ew, why are we watching so much of Stewie and Starlight and why is she still in the damn.
Yeah, and then also, I don't know. Nowadays I think about like wasn't the character like such a feminist and then you would think like, oh, the actress is a feminist, but then they're making her do this like unnecessary nude scene. It just felt a little bit like, are
Like
these writers like what is
soon as she took off the underwear, I was like, that didn't feel like Starlight.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my drawers off right here and then get on top of you. Like that doesn't feel like Annie
Right.
in retrospect. In the moment, it was like, that's odd. Ew, y'all are gross. Get a room. But in retrospect, it's like, wait, that's not how she would act. That's not her at all. I see it
Yeah.
now. But in the moment, they definitely got me.
I didn't care for that sex scene. I feel like you're on the same page about that.
It felt like when the Deep and Sage were hooking up. It was like, ew, I don't need to see this. Gross.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
like the Deep and the octopus. Like, I don't need to see this. That's gross. And
Have we
also, like
actually
the Deep
seen
and his
that
wife.
person?
I don't need to see this. It's gross.
Fair enough.
Every time the Deep is having sex, I didn't need to see it, and it was gross.
I will say the deep in the octopus. I support that.
That's
It's
right.
progressive.
You're breaking lines and stuff, breaking down generational lines. There should be harmony between man and animal.
Exactly.
So you're in Scientology now, huh?
No, actually, it was the ex-wife that was the Scientologist, which is why I was a fan of the octopus for breaking them up.
Because got him away from that Scientology chick.
She wasn't in a Scientology. It was like some cult. Oh, right, but then Newman like kills the cult leader
Yep.
or something like that, right?
Yep.
Am I making that? Yeah,
Yep. That happened.
yeah. Um, okay. Okay, last thing, the Muppets. Ryan and the Muppets.
Ryan and the puppets. It was cool to see Ryan stand up and talk about his mom
Hmm.
and actually speak from the heart. And I was very hard on Ryan earlier this season about him not having any type of character and him just being a background bit player and all that. Um, him not having personality. Like his personality starting to come out now, and uh, good for Ryan. Good for Ryan for standing up. You know, he hears the message from his dad, and he's just like, you know what? I'm good. And because the song was wild, the song was out there. See
Yeah.
something, say
Yeah.
something. Like, come on.
But I'll admit I was a dumbass kid. Like if you told me to do something and that would make me like if I got some sort of reward at the end of like a pat on the head for doing it, I would have totally done it. I'm not a thinking I was not a thinking child, so like the fact that he had the critical thinking skills to like actually say no, I'm not going to get brainwashed by this, like that's very impressive.
Absolutely. Ryan is my hero of this episode
There.
for that. Nobody else is going to
Yeah.
stand up and you know, to Homelander or Vought and say I'm not doing this. And that kid finally put on his big boy pants and stepped into it and owned it and said, "Nah, man, this is whack. My
And
mama
I
raised me better than this."
And going back to your earlier point about Homelander just going off the rails, I think it's going to be directed at Ryan next episode.
Oh, really? Do
I
tell.
do.
Please tell.
No, I mean I think all his plans are like going to go out of whack and he's going to come home and Ryan's going to be there and he's just going to lose his shit on Ryan. Um and then that
Really?
yeah, that'll be the end of that relationship.
Oh, wow, that never even crossed my mind. Wow, hold on. So Homelander's going to come home abusive 80s dad style and
Yeah.
take it out on Ryan.
I I have a feeling that's what's going to happen.
They
We'll
say
see.
hurt people. And he has shown us this season that he is a hurt person.
I mean, Homelander hurts everyone all the time. I think he might even try to beat Ryan up a little bit.
That's what I thought you meant from the rip, that he was going to come home and like take it out on Ryan, like physically, like beat Ryan.
I mean, he's already like kind of started to show the signs of an abusive father. Like he broke the mirror like next to Ryan or something like that.
Took his milkshake away.
Yeah. Exactly. Those are both signs. Those are both signs of an abusive father. Yeah, I think he's gonna try to fuck Ryan up. But Ryan can take it. So we'll see.
I think I think that Ryan leaving him is the last straw that sends him over the edge. The plan goes to shit. Ryan sides with Butcher, and
Hmm.
Homelander loses it.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
Ryan, but Ryan is that final linchpin that causes Homelander to go over the edge. Uh, and I think I don't think that it's too far out of the realm of possibility that uh, Ryan leaves, especially with you know how that whole speech went that he gave on the show. That was nationally, that was live broadcast. He did that in front of a live captive
Yeah.
TV VOD audience. He did that. That's going to definitely, they're very into their numbers and their polls and all that stuff. People are going to start looking at Ryan, and his numbers are probably through the roof. They're probably through the roof. And him leaving, him leaving and actually trying to be a good guy, there's no way that he's on Homelander's side come season 5. I don't think Homelander puts hands on him. He might put hands on Homelander. He might attack Homelander in defense of somebody in episode 8, but I don't think Homelander outright attacks him and out of anger with how things are.
I think he does. I don't think it's going to be like a huge attack, but like I think maybe like a slap across the face or something like that. The only thing that Ryan was getting from Homelander was like a little bit of affirmation, a little bit of attention. If he takes that, like positive attention, if he takes that away from him, Ryan's done.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. It's interesting
Yeah.
though, but I think finally we have that next layer of character development happening with Ryan, and now, like, I wouldn't even be surprised if Ryan, hear me out. What if Ryan, in an act of defiance, lets the God You kids out and teams with?
How is he going to know about the God You kids?
Because he will, because he does. They're in the building.
Uh, yeah, that's true. Well, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah. Um, I don't know about that. But I mean, the God You kids are going to be. I mean, they're going to have some sort of place in next season, so that'll be interesting.
I actually would like to see that. I think Ryan teaming with the God You kids is a good place for him to.
I mean, it's a good place for him to be, but I don't think that's where he's going to end up. I mean, he doesn't even know about them. I mean, like he's seen like TV show, like he's seen them on TV, I'm sure, but like he doesn't actually know anything about them. He's just, I mean, Ryan's just looking out for himself, dude. He's just like looking for whoever's going to give him a little bit of love. First it was Butcher, then Butcher turned him against him. Um turned him against himself. And then Homelander was showing him a little bit of love here and there, so then he was, you know, doing that, and then now that's gone. So yeah, I mean, he's just whoever's gonna give him whoever's gonna show him love, he's just gonna like side with them, I feel like.
Do you have a prediction on who he ends season 4 with?
I mean, maybe he's gonna watch Butcher die.
Oh, wow.
Maybe, I don't know, if they decide to kill Butcher off this season.
If he watches Butcher die, does he leave with Homelander?
No,
Or
I
does he
don't
leave
think
on
so.
his own?
I think he leaves on his own. I don't know, dude. I don't know. You're asking all these hard questions.
That's interesting to me. It's just where he goes from here.
Yeah.
Does he take off on his own? Does he join the boys? Does he stay with his dad? Does he link up with the God You kid? Does he show up on Invincible? Like, what does Ryan do next?
Does he show up on Invincible as an animated character?
Yes. It turns out that he is invincible.
I was just thinking about Invincible as we were talking, because in Invincible, like the son is like half the strength of his father. So I'm wondering, is Ryan half the strength of Homelander? Or is he like equal strength?
That's a good question. It's a good question. I mean, going all the way back to Greek mythology, Hercules was half god. So he didn't have the strength of, the rest of the gods, but he was far stronger than a normal human.
Yeah. I mean, Homelander is, I mean, he's like the spawn of Soldier Boy and I assume some non-soup person. So,
Oh, true
and I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, I think he's about as strong as Soldier Boy was. So, yeah, maybe Ryan's got to be equal strength, I'm thinking.
Or stronger, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely smarter.
Yeah, or definitely more human.
Yeah, more like emotionally intelligent, more
Right.
emotionally mature.
I mean, and Homelander's done well for somebody that was raised in a lab.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because like Ashley has a line in this episode. She says, it's just so easy to become evil in this world.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of like Homelander's episode where he's confronting all those old lab workers. And like it basically confirms everything that um, like is so messed up about Homelander's psyche, about how he's like trying to constantly like kill the human side of him. Um, I mean, that's not unfounded, right? Because the lab manager basically tells him that, um, hey, we used your human side against you. You wanted love, and we knew that, and that's how we held power over you. So it's like, in that context, him desperately wanting to destroy his soul makes sense. It's just a broken world, and he's just a product of it.
That was very profound.
Thanks. Shall we end it there?
I think so. I think we've covered all the bases, and I can't add anything to that. I think you wrapped it up very
All right. All right. Signing off.